Hey guys, welcome back to RMA Garage. In this video, we're going to be talking about my son's new truck and how he is going to be transporting his motorcycle and his brothers in it. And let's get to it. So this is a 1994 Ford F-150. It's got the V8 302, two-wheel drive, power windows, power doors, XLT package. Nothing fancy. Interesting story behind this. It's a little sad. My father passed away a couple of years ago, and it's been sitting in the garage, and my mom has had it, and we've decided to let the boys drive it around. So technically this truck was given to my oldest son, but my youngest son is reaping the benefits because my oldest son is at college, and I would rather him have our other car. It's a lot smaller and it can be parked in the smaller parking lots. So my youngest son gets to reap the benefit of this truck. And this truck is in awesome shape. There's no rust. It only has 54,000 miles on it. And it is getting a lot of comments. So we got it all cleaned up. But the most important thing here is how are we going to get the dirt bikes in the back of this truck? The first thing we have to do is take the cover off. The first problem that we had to solve was how we were going to tie the bikes down to the truck. Now, with this being an old truck, there are no tie downs that are factory installed. So we had to come up with a solution. So this was the solution on my other truck, and this is a anchor bar made by CCR Sport. And what this does is this allows for 3 motorcycles to be installed, and they give you anchor points here in the middle. So the nice thing about this is that it is solid, it's attached to the bed solidly, and I'll show you how that's done here in a minute. But this here is the best product that I've been able to find to anchor the bikes down to the truck. Now, there are brackets on newer trucks that are down low, but the problem is that there's only 2, one on each side. This allows for a center one to clamp the other bike. Now, interestingly enough, we had to mount this bar upside down because of this cover. So originally this bar should be turned the other way and this would be sticking up. So it will give you 3 anchor points. So we had to mount ours upside down because of this cover. Now the only thing, we're only going to be putting 2 bikes in the back of this truck, not 3, because if we have all 3, we're just going to use the trailer. So you can still anchor to the center even though it's upside down. So we'd have a bike on the right side and a bike on the left side. And if Ryan goes riding by himself, then all he does is use the 2 outermost strap, hold down, and he's good to go. So let me show you how this thing's installed. So most trucks are made out of 2 or 3 layers of sheet metal. They're not really thick, so trying to anchor into the sheet metal is a tricky business. So when you buy the CCR Sport anchor bar here, they give you these crush nuts, and basically what you do is you drill a hole in the side of the bed and you slide these through, and there's a tool that you use that as you you screw these down, what that does is this nut is held by a wrench, and then you use either a socket or an impact, and as this bolt is drawn in, this mushrooms out behind the bed and behind the sheet metal. So what that does is that gives you a place to anchor the bolt. So there are 3 of them on this bar, and they're in the back here. You can't see them. Even if I tried to show you, you can't really see it through camera. So you got 3 bolts. This is in the back. It's crushed open and it's not going anywhere. And then you take the bolt and you screw that right in, and then the bar is anchored into the bed. Now this bed here has kind of like a little extended piece. It sticks out a little bit, so it's kind of like a little beam. So we installed it on that so it has a little bit more rigidity, so when we pull on this it doesn't flex like the regular bed. So that is simple. We also use stainless steel bolts so they don't rust, and then there's a nice coating on these nuts here so the rust doesn't happen immediately. It takes a little while longer. So that's how you install the bar. Alright, so I showed you how we're going to anchor the bikes into the bed. Now we're going to show you how we get the bikes into the back of the truck. We are back on my other truck, and I wanted to show you the product that we use to get the bikes up into this truck, but there was a little bit of a nuance that I want to show you guys. This is called Ready Ramp. This is a unique design ramp. Basically, it is a ramp to get the bikes into the back of the truck, and it's also a bed extender. Now, the reason why I bought this was because I only have a 6-foot bed. When we transported our bikes before we had the trailer, I would take my ladder off, I'd take the box off, and then of course I would have the bar anchored to the front of my truck. We would put this ramp on top here of the bed, and we would roll the bikes in, and then after we got the bikes in, we would put the Ready Ramp on here. This would hold the bottles, the boots, so nothing would come out of the back of the truck. Well, let me show you how this thing works. It's really cool. So there is a strap here, and there's also a little grommet that actually snaps into the bed mechanism, and that gets tied down like so, and then there's another strap here that gets tightened, and basically this ramp, well, get tightened up. So now it's a little loose, but it's not that big of a deal. Once we get it all strapped in, it gets pretty solid. So this is what we used in the 6-foot bed hauling dirt bikes, because when you put a full-size dirt bike in here, the bike tire goes past the edge of the bed and you can't close the gate. And since you can't close the gate, you can't put anything in the bed of the truck. So we are going to use this ramp on the other truck. All right, we're back at the other truck, and we got the bed extender on here and the Ready Ramp, but we don't really need to use the bed extender because we have an 8-foot bed. So when the motorcycles get loaded into the back of the truck, they will be far enough in where we can close the gate. But we are going to use the Ready Ramp as the ramp to get things into the back of the truck. So let me show you how that works. Alright, so with the Ready Ramp, you got a nice little hook here on either side. They are rubber coated so they don't scratch anything. And there's enough lip there that is going to hold that on, but I don't really trust it. So we have something that we use that does not come with the ramp, but something that we add as a level of protection so we don't hurt ourselves. So I have an old strap here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this to the bottom of the bumper, and then I'm going to hook this onto the Ready Ramp, and I'm going to give it a little tug, and now this is going to prevent the ramp from sliding backwards. One other thing that we need is a step. So that is the easiest way for us to push the bike into the back of the truck, is using an aluminum stand, and we have a couple of these, and this is how we've used this setup for the first probably 6 or 7 months that we were dirt bike riding, because we didn't have the trailer and all we had was the ramp in the back of my truck. All right, so I guess we're going to show you how we load the bike. All right, now we got the bike in the back of the truck, it's time to strap it down. And if you saw my previous video, we use our fork saver. Okay. And you can't see it, but my son's holding up the motorcycle. You still rolling?
Yeah.
All right, that is not what not to do. Let's try that again. All right, as we continue doing it the right way, make sure that your straps do not fall off the hook while you're trying to strap your bike on. Okay, so we're not going to go 100% strap down, but this at least gives you an idea on how this works. So as you can see, the wheel is sort of locked into the bar, and we have the straps on the outermost. And once we get this thing strapped down, this thing won't move, and it'll be nice and steady. Now, if Ryan and Andrew decide to go by themselves, all we would do would be, when we push the bike in the back of the truck, just go to one side or the other, and then they would still be able to tie off to this center anchor point, and that's all you do. All right, now we got the bike in the back of the truck. All we have to do is take the pieces and parts that we will need to unload the bike. And there you have it. That's how Ryan's going to transport his bike without me. You're not going to go really without me, are you?
Yes.
I'm at work and they're riding dirt bikes. Isn't that how it works? All right, guys, that's how you load a motorcycle up in this totally awesome 1994 F-150 that my youngest son is going to be driving around, and my oldest son is going to be at college.
Jealous.
Jealous. He's smiling real big behind the camera right now. Well, guys, I wanted to let you know my next video is going to be about where we went on vacation. We went to Florida, but as we were going to Florida, we went to Barber Motorsports Museum, which that is going to be in my next video. So we walked around, looked at some cool motorcycles, did some crazy antics in the parking lot with our scooters. And that video is going to be up next. All right, guys, if you like this video, please click the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell so you won't miss our next episode on Barber Motorsports Museum. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.